Hello and welcome to today's Trigger 2-minute tutorial. Today I want to pretty much wrap up talking about trigger links. It's quite an in-depth subject and we've only really scratched the surface, but I want to introduce the subject of play delay and trigger delay. So with an audio button which I have loaded here, if I call up the button properties window, on the cue control page I have a playback delay group here. So if I dial in, for example, 5 seconds of play delay or playback delay, then I click done to that. Once I fire this button, the button will time for 5 seconds before actually playing. So that's the simple example with an audio button. If I now add a couple of sample audios from Trigger's sample library, a couple of audio sample files there, and we'll add a trigger button. We'll leave it with its default name, and we'll press the control button on our keyboard and drag to this target, and we're going to use the on fire event to fire this button, and we're going to use the if I do the same for this second audio button, we're going to still fire it, but this time we're going to use the on trigger event, and we'll create that link. Now if I go to the button properties for the trigger button, and we'll dial in, now it doesn't say play delay, you'll notice it says trigger delay, so we'll dial in a couple of seconds there. So effectively this trigger button has two events, the on fire event and the on trigger event, and the trigger event happens 2 seconds after the on fire event. So now if I click this trigger button, we'll see what happens.
1, 2.
So it fires the first sample on the on fire event, and it fires the second sample on the on trigger event, which is 2 seconds later. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed listening to today's tutorial, and you'll join me next time.